Good morning, students. I hope you all are good with your health and studying at your home. Okay, now this video I'm sending you all is based on the variation in for loop. Okay, iteration chapter. We have already learned about what is iteration, types of loop we have discussed. We have discussed also the syntax. Okay, they are things which we have discussed in the previous videos. Now today we will be discussing about what are the variation in a for loop. If we are making a for loop, what are the variations we can have in a for loop. Okay, the first one which we can have is we can omit expressions. Okay, the first key thing is we can omit expressions, the first point. Okay, so we can omit expressions. Omitting of expressions can be done like if we make a for loop. Okay, if you see in this example, what we have done here is if you see in the bracket of the for loop, the initialization step and the increment decrement step, these two steps are missing. Okay, but the thing is we cannot miss it. We have just, the position has been changed. We have made it above, the initialization state is going above the for loop and the increment step is going after the statement as how it gets executed. Okay, so this is not a wrong way of writing it. Okay, so don't, if you see these things in the exam, don't get confused that this is a wrong way of writing it. Okay, so we can omit expressions from a for loop, that is the initialization step and the increment decrement step. This is the initialization step, here we used to write, and this is the increment decrement step, here is to write. Okay, so these two steps can be omitted, but the condition cannot be omitted. This condition cannot be omitted, remember this. Clear? So this is about your omission of expression or omitting of expressions. Okay, clear all of you? So this is how what we can do in a for loop, one variation in a for loop. Okay, now next we have is we can add expressions as well. Okay, so again the same two places, that is the initialization step and the increment decrement step. Okay, see how we can do this one. Okay, if you see in this example, we can add expressions. Okay, again we see here. Okay, see the semicolon properly. Here we have placed the semicolon where that denotes your initialization step is ending in the first step. So here in this place, in the initialization step, and this is your increment decrement step, in these two places I have added expressions. Clear? The conditions, we cannot have more than one, we can have only one condition. Seeing the condition, we can understand the loop is depending upon which variable. So the loop depends upon the condition, that the condition is j is greater than equal to 0. Till the j value is greater than or equal to 0, the loop is going to run. Okay, so the loop variable here is j. Understood? So this type of things can also be done in a for loop. Adding of expressions can also be done. Okay, so that can only be done in the first and the last step, that is the initialization and the increment decrement step. We can add expressions. Understood? Clear? The next is, again, next is about a special type of loop called as an infinite loop. This is a variation in a for loop. What is infinite loop? A loop which never ends is called an infinite loop. Clear all of you? Now if we take an example. Okay, this is about an infinite loop. This is an example. I int I equals to 1, I greater than equals to 0, I plus plus system dot print I. If you see this example properly, the I value is starting from 1. Okay, now see the condition. First this step, then the condition is checked, then the statement executed, then increasing or decreasing, whatever you do, that will go. So first of all, I value is 1. 1 is greater than 0. Yes, it is greater than 0. So 1 will print on the screen. Yes or no? Next I plus plus, I value will be 2. 2 is greater than 0. Yes, that also will be printed. If the I value reaches to 100, 100 is also greater than 0. So 100 will also get printed. Even 1000 is greater than 0. 1000 will also be generated. So this loop will not end because the condition is made in such a way that this loop can never end. Understood all of you? So that is why this type of loops are called as your infinite loop. Understood? Clear?